Hello and welcome back to Let's Play Elden Ring. Today, yes, the study hall.
Stop. No. Please. No, don't break us.
Little Pot was having a bad dream, huh? We all have those. I believe that character's called Jar Baby. Something like Jarban? Jarban? But yeah, I think basically their name is Jar Baby. And yes, I see that, but there's nothing you can do in there. At least, not really. Now, doesn't this look familiar? And I tell you one thing for free right now. We're going to swap to this. Can we still roll? Well, yeah, of course that would be lighter than the geyser wheel. The geyser wheel is basically the largest of all constructions. We need... Yeah. Yes, now we have light. Amazing. This is a kind of... I mean, if it weren't for the enemies, this would be a kind of nice area. With the... I don't know, hearing that water down there is kind of relaxing. I never really noticed first time playing. Because, well, I wasn't using, headphones. Yeah, we'll let those things be. Where is our nemesis? Yeah, if you've played Dark Souls 3, you probably remember the, not the Duke's Archives, the Grand Archives? And you remember the annoying Crystal Sage in there. Well, they brought that back and kinda made it worse in some ways. Can you hit me there? Uh-oh. I win. It's funny, first time I came through here, I had that same spell, so we were just having a... basically just having a magic duel. Using the same thing against each other. But yeah, this enemy will just run away and spam that. I don't know what the best way is to deal with it. I'm sure someone's worked out the best way. My plan was kind of just, you know, magic it. I was kind of hoping to hit both of you guys there, but whatever. And yeah, that arrow does have slight tracking. Alright, let's try and just run up to it. Go on, take another shot. Take another shot. Go on, commit to it. Yeah. Yeah, okay, so they'll just leave, like, even if you're... like, they don't need to cast anything. They just go, hey, I'm leaving now. Which I assume is, like, also a health threshold thing. Oh, I should have waited until it did that. I said it. It did that. Yes. Look, I get what they're going for. It's just, I don't find it that interesting because the AI kind of cheats. If they had to actually do something to vanish, I'd be more okay with it. But as it is, they kind of just go like, oh, hey, I'm just leaving now. It's like, but you're a human, and human players can't just vanish. I know that sounds a bit silly, but basically what I'm trying to say is they should be following the same rules I am following. Gotcha. Yeah, we can go back to our Giza wheel. So these things are obviously being summoned independently of Miriam, but I don't know. I feel like if Miriam is dead, these things shouldn't pop up. Who is making these? Are these an automatic thing? In that case, why have Miriam here as well? I don't know. I feel like it should be one or the other. You either have automated defenses, or you have a person. You don't have a person and automated defenses. Like, I'd be fine if just Miriam was the one summoning these, because that makes sense, because she's trying to, like, lure you into the trap. I'm pretty sure that's what's happening, but whatever. We've more or less finished this bit, though. So why did we come up here? Well, I mean, this is the way to the Divine Tower, but it kind of looks like we might have hit a dead end, huh? Because you can see there's a... well, it almost looks like a staircase, but it's upside down, which really doesn't help us. You know, first time I came here, I thought I was so smart, because I was like, oh, well, you just gotta shoot. You can see like a kind of like a button, right? A switch. I thought you just had to shoot that, but no, that's not how that works, unfortunately. I think we can get up a little bit higher, though. Yeah, there's a ladder. Is there any point? Not really. I mean, maybe there's an item up here, but none of the items... Honestly, I didn't even need to come through here at all, to be honest. But as this is one of the unique dungeons, if we can call it a dungeon, I thought, I might as well. Mask? Oh, no. There is a mask in here, I'm certain of it. Maybe it's in the other version. But yeah, I thought you just had to shoot that and make it come down. Try it here, yeah. Alright, back to the beginning. Do you think this is somehow using the power of the moon, or it's all just purely mechanical? Also, this is... I mean, don't read too much into this. This is just me finding something kind of interesting. We have tree, right? Is it the Erd tree? Maybe that's the Erd tree. But then kind of blocking the Erd tree a little bit, we have what I'm pretty sure is meant to be the moon. Just has like a slight glow to it. I don't know, I just find that interesting, the imagery of the moon foremost. In the forefront, indeed. Can we read this? No. And if there is text there, it's probably just like placeholder stuff anyway. But yeah, we flipped the tower. Is that purely mechanical, or do you think there was a magical element to that? Yeah, hands. The hands are weak to fire. One of like the very few things in the game that are like good to use fire against specifically. Yeah. Look who's back. I should have kept my bow out. Honestly, I thought there would be more after defeating her the first time. Oh, we have, like, no arrows. This sucks. You... suck. Alright, she's gone somewhere else. But yeah, you can see that's like where we were. It's yeah, there probably is some magic considering the water is going upside down, but it would be kind of it makes not my goodness, what am I trying to say? If it's moon related magic, then that would be somewhat fitting because, well, you know, the moon doesn't control gravity, but it plays a big role in gravity, right? Saying the moon controls gravity would, like, imply that moons are the source of all gravity or something, but you know what I'm trying to say. Something a little interesting. We have gravity magic as its own thing in this game. But... oh, that's really going to go over that, is it? Alright, you know what, buddy? You just go away. Go away. Yeah, why is there gravity magic and moon magic? You would think they would be the same thing. I might have to check out some of the, like, the descriptions and see if there's some connections between them. Logically, you'd think there might be, but it doesn't seem like there is, because they're very different. Gravity magic is very purple. Moon magic is kind of silvery white. And then there's also, like, the dark moon magic. Man, that is dark. This happens a lot in this game, by the way. I press a button and somehow I end up doing that. Miriam, I'm gonna need you to settle down. Ha! It was worth the trade. Lucidity! I think... I want to say that does something like it removes certain debuffs from you. Like, sleep and stuff. Yeah, we've not really seen any sleep, and we probably won't see any sleep happening in this playthrough. Okay. I guess so. I guess so. Yeah, sleep is, like, the weirdest thing. They put it in as, like, a new status effect, but it feels very underutilized, and I don't really know why they did it, if I'm being honest with you. But whatever. Where am I? I've lost track of where I am, and who I am, and what I want from life. I think we just want to go down, though, right? Yeah, we just want to go down to that. Elevator. Is there jumping required ahead? Oh, they want us to jump here, huh? I mean, that makes sense. I think you can get Miriam's hat in here somewhere, but I don't really care, because I have it on my other character. I think I have everything on my other character. I could be wrong, though. Ugh. These chains suck. Anything that makes me walk like that. I did have to turn off, what is it? Camera wall auto adjust, something floating in the air down there. That is the worst thing ever. That's what means, like, you're running along here, then suddenly the camera shifts by itself and is like, hey, die. It's like, alright, cool, guess I will. Alright. Now. Why are we coming over here? Because there isn't really a great rune here. Well, there's something over here. This way. Such a weird area. Why build a tower that is upside down? I genuinely forgot there was a cutscene there. And I think that's just to serve as some sort of transition, because I think if you were able to, like, no-clip or look at map data, I imagine there would be some very goofy things going on in there with that. The fact they gave us a bonfire here, I mean, you know something stupid's gonna happen here, don't you? But what? Ooh! Can we summon? Nah, that's fine. Remember the lanky boy? Yeah, now we got the fat boy. Oh no! That's not what we don't want a critical with that. Alright, I know you have Extendo Sword. You need to settle down immediately. No, game. Oh, well. It happens. I was caught unprepared. Ugh, that tail sucks. Get it out of here. Alright, let's try that again with, not trying to critical him with a bow. Shall we? Then might work a bit better. It's interesting that we have our horse here, though. I don't really know if that would help us. Do I have time for 2? I do. Oh, I'm really being hit by that even though I'm inside it. Oh, you're fat. Oh, you're fat and breakdancing. Oh. I thought I had enough for just one more. I didn't. Look at him go! Fantastic. This is why I think it's fine to cheese this game, because they introduce you mechanics. They're like, hey, by the way, if you block, then you can, like, do a counterattack. It's like, okay, that's cool. You saw, right, that time. I waited for his attack thing to end. I did my counterattack, and he was like, nah, man, I'm gonna instantly punish you for using a game mechanic. It's like, alright. Why does the game mechanic exist if it only works against, like, trash enemies who I wouldn't really need it against? I mean, obviously, you can use it against bosses sometimes, but the further you get in this game, the bosses' openings become shorter and shorter, so your windows to punish them become very tight. Which, to me, just is the game telling me, well, find the cheapest thing you can and abuse it. So I will, and I won't feel bad about it. I have seen, there's been, like, some kind of, like, memes and stuff about Elden Ring. It's like, oh, if you use the Mimic tier, you didn't beat the game, or if you use this or that. It's like, no, man, if you beat the game, you beat the game. If you use stuff that's in the game, then you beat the game. If you cheated, if you use cheat engine, technically you still beat the game, but you definitely cheated at that point. If you gave yourself like infinite health or whatever. But again, I don't even really care if people want to do that. Like, it's whatever. If they're doing that in like online, if they're like invading people with infinite health, or if they get invaded and they suddenly give themselves infinite health, that's a different matter entirely. Anyway, what do we have up here? Because we know there's no Great Rune. We do get an interesting aerial view of Stormveil from here, though. And is it me? Stormveil from that side, Stormveil looks really cool. From the Liurnia side, Stormveil looks kind of stupid. No Great Rune, but we have Ranni's dead body. Oh yes. Alright. Well, this is what what is it? Thea called him Dear Rogier. Alright, well, let's go and give this to Rogier, shall we?
My dear, might I ask something of you? Could you please find the owner of this dagger and return it to them? A certain person gave it to me as a gift. It's a very precious thing. It must have a special place in the owner's heart. So I would like for the original owner to have it back, if you wouldn't mind. I'd like you to find the owner of the dagger I gave you and return it to them. It's a very precious thing. It must have a special place in the owner's heart.
Well, what have we here? How did you get your hands on that dagger? Well, that hardly matters. I know very well whose dagger it is. Why don't I return it to them for you? Good work bringing this to me.
Fortunately, it's fairly obvious whose dagger that is, seeing as it says like, oh, it's silver and gold. At least I think that makes it fairly obvious. So he said he's going to give it back to him. And Rogier's note said something about a brother, so... well, we can put 2 and 2 together now, can't we? Now, we're going to end this episode by going up into the Outer's Plateau. We have 2 ways to go there. Now, first we'll go the way we'll go the medallion way, the official way. And then we'll go the secret way. We reached the Outer's Plateau. Now, do you remember what Godric said when we defeated him, "One day we'll return together to our home, bathed in rays of gold." This is what he was referring to. At least I'm 99% sure this is what he was referring to.
I've been waiting for you. I knew you had the stuff of champions. I hereby invite you to the Volcano Manor. Take my hand and have audience with my mistress. Very well. Speak to me again once you are ready. You will find me here. Are you ready then? I hereby invite you to the Volcano Manor. Take my hand and have audience with my mistress. Give me your hand. I will pray that you follow the same path as Lady Tanith.
Now, we could have spoken to her next time when we actually are going to do that, but eh. But yeah, this is the other entrance. This is Liurnia. You go up here, and there's a few NPCs who tell you about this. I think there's at least 2 or 3. There's at least 2. But yeah, this is the other way. You can come here from the very start of the game if you want to. There's nothing stopping you other than maybe being one-shot by enemies. And this is where I came in my preview of the game, which was very exciting. I was like, oh, I want to go up and see the city. And I was like, oh, I can't. There's like a lift, and then I found this way. I was like, oh, here we go. But the thing at the end of this path blocked me, shall we say. But this time, well, I think we'll be okay. Smithing Stone 4. Let's go ahead and stick our light on. Oh, you know, I should have... Yeah, never mind. It's all good. I don't think there's anything really important in this area, but... we'll go through just as it's kind of interesting to me. I like how it's a bunch of paths and mining things that just get higher and higher. Oh, I wanted to... whatever. See this, by the way? I hate this trap. It's so... like... I don't know, it's not obvious enough, I think. Oh, yeah, right, you tiny men. Hard to poke, yeah. But yeah, it's like, once you know they're there, then sure. I just feel like if you're playing normally, you probably wouldn't notice a little incidental thing like that, right? But whatever, it's all good. These guys, I don't know, I like when you like critical them and you just like pin them to the ground. That's very satisfying. You know, I really didn't need to waste a bolus thing there. Is that item worth getting? I'll grab it. I'm just gonna cut it out though, because this elevator's pretty long. It was a smithing stone 5. Yeah. I mean, that's nothing bad, by the way. It's just life. Ooh. Farewell. You are not a fiery man. You look like a fiery man. Can I burn you? Ha! Yeah, I hear that crystal lizard that's not a crystal lizard, but it's basically a crystal lizard. Do you hear it? Do you smell it? Do you see this doofus over here? Do you have a buddy around the... Yeah, you do. Oh. I should have known that would happen. How about this? Poison balls again on the floor. Guarding a lightning grease. Didn't really need to do that, but I'm rude and enjoy. There's a little man hiding in a corner. Maybe two? At least one. Oh, that was a grab. Oh, I'm stupid. Oh, hey, Man, I think I need a new controller, because sometimes I'm pressing these buttons and the buttons are not being pressed. Oh, you're a big guy. I forgot about that. Get out of my way. I was talking to the bench, by the way. It was in my way. Not this guy. This guy was not in my way. I just murdered him because we can. Somber Smithing Stone 4. And is that Crystal Lizard? Which doesn't look suspicious at all, does it? Another Somber Smithing Stone 4. Ruin-strewn precipice. Yeah, and I like that we can see how high up we are now, and how much more we've got to go. Very good. It's really hard sometimes when doing these episodes to tell how long something's going to be. Like the last episode turned out really short, and this one I think is going to be a bit long, but it's alright. My goal is to make each one about half an hour, but I know they're obviously not going to do that, but that's what I aim for. Running through here my first time was real fun. I died one time, which was, not this ladder. Okay. 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 We just do it the easy way. Now, I don't know if we've encountered them in the Let's Play. I don't think we really have, but these singing enemies, someone, and I'm sorry, I forget their name, but someone did like a translation of the kind of Latin, which I believe these things are singing, and if memory serves, they are singing something about some sort of sad song, as you might infer from the way it sounds. I think it had something to do with children and mothers and like some sort of promise unkept, but I don't know. It's something I would have to include in a lore video, of course. It's something I was very curious about, but I don't know Latin and I would not be able to transcribe the song other than by trying to guess what they're saying, which is not a very accurate way to do it at all. It would end up like when I... Do you remember... What is it? Super Smash Bros. Brawl? There's that like song at the start. And I'll tell you what I always heard in that song is, I'll be the moth. And then something about pooing in a dress, or pooing through your dress. I hear weird lyrics, but that's alright. You ever like... Whoa, don't do that, that's illegal. You ever like listen to a song and you don't really know the lyrics, so you just make up like complete nonsense? I do that. I'm very bad at like getting the lyrics in songs. Yeah. Give me this thing. Yeah, the lyrics these of this song made me think of... Well, it was more stuff in relation to... Remember I was talking about how the Numen are... long-lived, seldom born. Yeah. It kind of makes me think maybe these things were Numen at some point. Maybe not that one, but some of them, and they were transformed, transfigured by something. And I don't know, I think the Numen came to this land with Marika and were hoping to have life flourish for them. They would be able to, what is the word, propagate their species more? Basically be able to reproduce. But something went wrong, and instead they turned, not all of them, some of them maybe turned into those things. Again, that's a bit of a stretch, but I think it definitely ties into the whole aspects of this game which are talking about birth and life and things like that. And then let's finish you off with this. Oh yes! If I remember correctly, there's a really cool curved sword here. Serpent sword? Serpent God's curved sword. Presumably that has something to do with Volcano Manor. Why it's here is a good question, to which at the moment I have no answer. I mean, I could make random speculations, but it's interesting that we can summon little dudes here, the bell boys. Yeah, stop singing and start dying. Oh, I forgot there's a double here. One of them has a hat, and it's like a pretty weird looking hat. Yeah, okay. Ugh. Ugh. There you go. Be on the floor, that's where you belong. Are you throwing magic at me? Yeah, this one's clearly some sort of mega ultimate priest. That, by the way, that was like death magic, right? Like hexes. Alright. How about... Yeah, how about you sit down? Ow. Look at your hat. Is that a hat anywhere else in the game? Well, it's kind of in the floor now, whatever. I don't think it is, but... Anyway, we're almost done. I think... No, I got up this. Yeah, it's the next ladder I remember dying at. I was just... There were too many creatures. But I did make it to the boss. No, this is the boss, so I don't know what I'm talking about. I'm... insane. That's alright. Yeah, I tried hitting this boss, did like 1 damage, so I was like, oh, okay. Look, we got a whole... We got 3 summons. This guy gives you an emote, by the way. He gives you... This one? Yeah, we got it when we summoned him in, Radahn. We can summon Millicent. We will. Yeah, we'll summon this guy. Because I've never summoned him before. But you might be wondering, how is she going to be effective when she only has 1 arm? Well, she'll try her best. Can we? I think we can summon the dudes as well, can't we? We'll summon Latenna, but I don't think Latenna's going to be any use here, to be honest. We'll see. Tell you what, our fire is not going to be useful here whatsoever. Alright, if we can keep Latenna back here, we should be alright, because this is a fairly big room. And you know the plan, if it's a big room, we stick Latenna down and she is a gun turret. Makar. I hate when they do this. Yeah, fire's not really going to be too useful against this guy. Maybe it'll still stagger him? It's whatever. Oh, you suck. Why are you doing that? We're all right here, and you're like, oh, Lieutenant can't even hit him. Lieutenant's hitting the wall. That's my bad. I'm stupid. I positioned her wrong. Ayah. Ow, ow, don't push me into... Oh, you suck. You push me into your fire with your stupid hitbox. And you know, that's fine though, because now we can re-summon in a better angle. Now you're doing this again, This boss does not endear itself to me by behaving this way. Bosses that just move and become a hitbox are just not fun. Oh, yep, he's still going. Look, I get if you're meant to do that attack when we're close to you, or rather when we're not close to you, it's your distance closer. But when we're all here and you're like, hey man, I'm just gonna... See, okay, what are you doing? The Lieutenant's the only one who's not near to him, and he wasn't even aiming for her. He's just stupid. He's not a very hard boss, by the way. He hits hard, but... Oh, see, like, again, I took damage because I was kind of near him. Man, Millicent, you are getting destroyed right now. Oh, oh, that's what I thought he was about to do. Yeah, I thought he was going to do that, so I backed up like a fool. That attack is cool. Yeah, Millicent's not great without an arm. I did try and roll that one. Okay, that one I, again, tried to roll, but I failed. It's... Look. FromSoft like making big bosses, but they don't like actually changing the game to make it work with big bosses. Which is a slight flaw. Like, how am I really supposed to see these attacks coming when they are, you know, because they don't zoom the camera out. I'm just stuck looking at his butt. Again. That one, I feel like I did press the roll button, but maybe I was a tiny bit too late. But, yeah, it's just... They love putting in big bosses, but then they're like, hey, do you like looking at this big boss? And we're seeing basically this. It's like, wow, this is a cool looking boss. And the weirdest thing is that they know how to do it, because sometimes they will draw the camera out. They have done some bosses that work better. So I don't understand the inconsistency. And consistently, the worst bosses in these games have always been some of the bigger ones, in my opinion. But, again, it's not a game-breaking thing, but it's something I really wish they would, you know, do something better with it. But yeah, this is the other way into the Altus Plateau, and there was a video of a guy, he jumped down this elevator. You can't call this elevator from above, by the way, you have to do it down there. But if you drop, you can land on the button and send it up. It's pretty pointless, because you can't really do anything, but oh well. Here we are, and yeah, this is the other way in. That's where the first bonfire was. And we are here. Oh, and here's a bonfire. Alright, well, thank you guys so much for watching. Next time, we're going to do the Volcano Manor questline. Till then, take care.